Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be doing a super quick lunch and dinner recipe, and this is a chicken roll. What I love about this recipe is that we're seasoning this chicken beautifully. We're literally putting ham and cheese inside that beautiful chicken breast, and everything is literally gonna go in the oven. That's what I love about this recipe. Super simple and super easy with minimum ingredients. So guys, if you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to give your girl a big like, a big share, and a big subscribe. And for the recipe and all the information, just click down on the link below. Check out my website. And if you haven't followed me on Instagram or Facebook, please go ahead and do so. I'm very, very active on those. So I will see you guys next week. Ciao. Let's gather all of our ingredients. The basis of this ingredient, which is by the way very quick, it's chicken breast, our seasonings, butter, and the crucial ham and cheese of your choice. Let's get started. For this recipe, I'm using 1 or 2 pounds of chicken breast. Now, if you are using 1 pound of chicken breast, just lighten up on the seasoning kind of side portion of this recipe. We're going about cutting this chicken is we're filleting it butterfly style. I'm not saying start in the middle. Like you see, I'm doing this layer by layer. I'm doing the layer of skin, putting it onto the sides, making it as flat as possible with my knife. Just take a look at the video. I will be doing 2 demonstrations of this with obviously 2 different chicken breasts. What I love about this recipe is that the filleting does not have to be perfect. Why? Because the ham and cheese, it's actually gonna act as a guard, so everything literally sticks together, so you don't have to worry about having this perfect. Now that we have our 2 chicken breasts, like you see, very flat and almost like t-shirt like, we're gonna start doing the seasonings. Now, please go heavy on the seasonings because this is gonna leave a beautiful crust. And what we're doing is literally sprinkling in sazon completo, which is complete seasoning, garlic powder, onion powder, and salt to your liking. Like you see, I'm going more hardcore and heavy on the onion powder and garlic powder versus the complete seasoning and obviously the salt. I'm just adding a bit of salt just to add a bit of that, you know, saltiness to that bite. Like you'll see in the video, the fillet, my fillet is not perfect. You see we have that little part coming out. No worries, just place it right on top of that fillet and start seasoning again. Like I said, no perfection required, just really good seasoning. And like I said, that ham and cheese, it's gonna act like a glue when you're making this in the oven. And now onto the ham and cheese. You can definitely use a shredded cheese or sliced cheese, and obviously the ham of your choice. I'm going for a Black Forest ham and a creamy smoked Gouda cheese. Like you see, we're starting off with the layer of the actual ham, and this is gonna act as the border to make things kind of just come together. Next layer is of course our cheese, and this is what's really gonna bind and glue everything together. Now for the rolling, we are rolling from, like you see in the video, one extreme to the other. So from one side all the way, we're rolling it and tucking it in all the way till we get to the other end, and just make sure that everything is nice and tight. And what I love doing is getting those leftover spices and putting it on top, because that is going to make an amazing and beautiful crust. We don't want to leave anything in that board. Now I'm going to do a little fast forward. Like you see, layer of chicken, layer of ham, layer of cheese, rolling from one extreme to the other, and voila, you're literally done with this beautiful entree right here. And now that our 2 chicken breast roll-ups are done, now it is time to set up our oven and obviously our butter. So we are using 2 tablespoons of butter at room temperature, and in your cookie sheet, obviously I've put aluminum foil on top for easier cleaning. We are going to be spreading that butter, and I'm going to actually be leaving about 1.5 tablespoons of butter to the side, because what I love to do is actually put a little dabs of butter on top of the chicken so it melts as it's in the oven and it makes a nice little crust. Preheat your oven at 350 degrees for 1 hour until this chicken is nice and done and moist. What I love about this recipe is during the cooking time, you can definitely make your sides to go with this chicken. And now that the chicken is done, what we want to do is let this cool for a good 10 to 15 minutes. I'm not saying let it get cold, I'm just saying letting it cool, so when you cut that beautiful chicken roll, it will come intact and it will just literally stay in place. Look at this beautiful chicken roll, gooey cheese, salty ham, that beautiful crust on top. And this is what I love about the recipe. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to fillet this chicken perfectly, because everything just comes together perfectly when you have that ham and cheese to just brighten things up and just to glue everything together. I hope you guys enjoy this recipe. Very quick, very simple, and I will see you guys next week. Ciao.